And now to a Miami Beach sergeant on desk duty after he's caught on camera using pepper spray on a tourist.
And the video now raising questions about a new law intended to protect police officers.
The story comes to us from abcnews.go.com. Miami Beach police officers are no longer enforcing a new law that critics believe has emboldened officers to arrest bystanders using their phones to film police on duty. The department announced Thursday that it has suspended the law last month following a series of controversial arrests, the Miami Herald reported. The local ordinance, which the city commission passed unanimously on June 23rd, makes it a crime to stand within 20 feet, about 6 meters, of officers with the intent to impede, provoke, or harass them.
We spoke to the mayor.
It absolutely should not be interpreted or enforced in a way that stops people from videotaping public incidents.
Why was this ordinance necessary?
It's actually more restrictive than the state ordinance, which actually doesn't require warnings. If it is chilling people from videotaping or it's punishing videotaping, obviously something's wrong. I hope that's not happening, and if it is, I suspect the chief is going to make sure people are trained in the correct way.
Chief Richard Clements ordered the local law's enforcement to be suspended on July 26, police spokesman Ernesto Rodriguez said. The temporary stoppage will allow for officers to receive additional training, Rodriguez said. Arrest data provided by the police shows that 13 people have been arrested under the ordinance. At least 8 of those arrests were of people who had been video recording officers, no surprise. All 13 were young black men or women, no surprise there. In the early morning hours of the day, the ordinance was suspended. 2 men were arrested as they video recorded police officers at the Royal Palm Hotel in South Beach. You gotta love it, right? Gotta love it. So there you go. Where they said they passed a law where it's a crime to stand within 20 feet of officers with the intent to impede, provoke, or harass. So what do cops do? They go, hey, you're harassing me with that camera because you could get me fired. So they arrest 13 people, all of whom were, not all, but it said all. 8 of those arrests were people recording the police. And I bet you, if not all 8, at least over 50% of them were just standing there like, yeah, okay, look, the cops are here. What? I'm not backing up. I'm good. I'm like 50 feet away. What are you talking about? What? Mm-hmm. Cops hate cameras because cameras do kill. Yes, they kill careers.
Staying with us live now in Miami Beach with what we're learning about the arrest that night and that action now being taken by the department. Janine.
And that tourist attorney was able to provide us with some of that video, which really only tells part of the story. You do hear that sergeant telling that woman to back up, and then there's a confrontation.
Watch police approach a woman shooting video of a traffic stop, and then this.
Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up.
Look again. The Miami Beach sergeant appears to strike her with his bike and pepper spray her near 6th and Collins.
Cops don't like that. You catch me doing something wrong, I gotta explain it to the chief. Now, I remember the one where the 5 cops, I did an editorial on that one as well. The 5 cops are being charged, and they were all suspended. But remember the one guy was just standing there filming, and the cop ran up and tackled him and knocked him down and said, why are you recording us, man? Because cops don't want you to see what they're doing. And funny that this is Miami Beach, Florida, because Riviera Beach, Florida, hey, you guys don't like cameras either, do you? Hey, you need to go way back there. Where that little tree is back there. Way back there, right there, that little tree.
You good, friend? Police say the woman, identified as Mariah Maple, a tourist from New York, was later arrested and charged under a new ordinance, 70-8, intended to protect cops from belligerent or interfering crowds. According to the police report, Maple reportedly refused officers' commands and, along with others, stood their ground.
Mason for no reason.
But Maple's attorney says she did comply before she was struck and sprayed. Now that sergeant has been reassigned, and the chief announced the department has temporarily suspended the enforcement of Ordinance 70-8 until all Miami Beach officers receive additional in-person training.
Yeah, that's what they want. It doesn't happen as often now, but I remember I was recording the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department in San Bernardino. It was a Highland, I believe it may have been a Central, I was going to say a Highland police officer, but it may have been at a Central station. But it was a SB County deputy, and I was across the street. Now, you had a car, his police car, the back of it was right here. I was across the street and standing about here across the street, filming an angle back towards the traffic stop, and he goes, he's like talking to the guy, he goes, he looks right at me. Can you go back over there? I'm like, dude, I'm behind your police car and across the street. Yeah, but you're in my peripheral vision. Don't I take it back over there. My point is, I'm sorry, that cop was really stupid. You're in my peripheral vision. Oh, yeah. Did you just learn that word today? Peripheral. I'm very tired, by the way. I only got like 3 hours sleep last night. But that's my point, is that when they see these cameras, they get a little nervous, like, oh man, oh boy, hey. You know, I've actually walked up and a cop was searching a car. Another cop saw me recording, walk all the way up to his buddy and go, and then his buddy go, gee, I don't know what you just told him. What did you tell him? Yeah, right. Hey, somebody's recording you, dude. Watch your back. Watch my 6, man. He might have a laser on that thing. I don't know, I'm being silly on this one. But the whole gist of this and the moral of the story is, don't let the police violate your First Amendment rights. And if you're in California, it's a Tom Bain violation if they try to interfere with you. It could also be a violation of their media policy. If they violate policy, get them written up.
Since that incident last month, the department says that there have not been any more arrests using that ordinance. We did also ask the department if there was any body camera video that they could release to give us a bigger sense of what happened. They said no, that is still part right now of the internal affairs investigation, which is underway.